You cannot get to the second floor without taking the steps to get to the second floor. See, the thing is, a lot of us like to take shortcuts. We like to use the elevator instead of taking the steps. But when you start taking those steps, it starts strengthening you. The fat in you starts coming off. What is this fat? The fat is the negative responses that your mind has created. So start using these steps one after another to strengthen your weakness, to strengthen those muscles, strengthen that mind muscle. What I want you to do right now, I want you to listen. I want you to tune in. And not only do I want you to tune in, I want you to tap in into your purpose. You see, there's a lot of things that's locked inside of you that you've been ignoring. The call has been calling you. I am K. Noel, your relentless motivator. We will let nothing stop us. We will keep going forward. What's going on, fam? This is your boy K. Noel, your relentless motivator. So this is part 3 of having a relentless mindset. So last week we talked about it's all in your head, the illusions of the mind that our mind plays on us. So if you haven't checked out that episode yet, be sure to go back and check out that episode. So on this week, we're going to talk about strengthening your weaknesses. So we've already talked about why we need a relentless mindset. And we talked about the illusions that your mind will play with you, the opposition. I think a few weeks ago, we talked about writing down your weaknesses. So how do you strengthen those weaknesses? What I need you to start doing when you have those weaknesses, in order to be relentless, you have to learn how to strengthen them. We sometimes make excuses for this is just how I am, and you have to accept me this way. I get it, but that is not the case. You can actually make those weaknesses become strengths. So in order to make those weaknesses turn into strength, what I need you to do is start putting in those reps and just do it little by little. So you just have to do it little by little. So the first thing you have to do is change the lie. Yeah, I know it's a weakness, but at this point, it is now a lie. Because the person that you want to become doesn't have that weakness. In other words, if it doesn't align with where you will be at this point, it's just a lie. So how do you change that lie? We all know we hate lies, and we do whatever we can to make sure, some of us, we do whatever we can to make sure that the truth comes out. So ask yourself on this moment, what will you do to make the truth come out, the true you come out? How can we make the true us come out from the person that is a weakness, from the things that's a strength? How do we make that become a realistic strength? So again, I say, do your reps. If you have an issue where you disorganized, find creative ways to make everything organized, to make things more structured. If you're having issues with time, if that's part of your unorganization skills, what I then need you to do is write down a list. And I may put a list together for you. I may put a schedule together for you, but write down that list. And for every weakness, write down a strength. And I want you to put a big gap into it, because I need you to put in between that weakness and that strength. What do you need to make it to what steps do you need to take to make it a strength? And one of the other things, you need to start changing your mindset. You know, I talk about the affirmations. So what I need you to start doing is telling yourself, this is who I am. Because what you start doing, you start programming your mind to think a certain way. You start programming your mind to think what was formerly a weakness to become a strength. You start programming your mind to move away from the lie and move into the strength. Think about growing up as a child. A child will hear who they are. The parent will tell them whether it's something negative or whether it's something positive. And what happens is the child starts begin to mold into that pattern because that is what they think. Or even the way that the child is raised, they start moving into that mindset. They start moving and operating in that way. Now, of course, when they become older, they may start seeing that what mama and daddy taught me was wrong. But what I need you to do now, I need you to start programming your mind. Start training yourself. Start training your mind to think, this is who I am. Start doing your research on what does this look like. Those are the steps in between the weakness and the strength. So when you start seeing what does that strength look like, and you start writing down those steps, you start applying those things. If there's other things that you need to work on, you do the same thing over and over again. You apply those steps to become the strength. You cannot get to the second floor without taking the steps to get to the second floor. See, the thing is, a lot of us like to take shortcuts. We like to use the elevator instead of taking the steps. But when you start taking those steps, it starts strengthening you. The fat in you starts coming off. What is this fat? The fat is the negative responses that your mind has created. So start using these steps one after another to strengthen your weakness, to strengthen those muscles, strengthen that mind muscle. So if this is what you want to become, if this is what you truly want, you will take these steps. See, the problem is a lot of us want to become this, but a lot of us don't want to take the steps. We don't want to take the steps. We don't want to put in the work on what it takes, on what we need to do in order to get to point B. So I need you to get in the mindset. I need you to get in the motion of moving in these steps. Remember, if you're not moving, you're actually moving backwards. So what does it take? When will enough become enough? When will you get tired of being weak? When will you finally get tired of this and say, I need to make a change today? Because that is what being relentless is all about. We are not settling for being weak. We are not settling for less. We're going forward. We're doing whatever we got to do. We're going to be in this gym to make the necessary steps, to do whatever we got to do to make ourselves strong in these weak areas. And this will become a thing of the past. So what I need you to do this week, I need you to research. I need you to write down your weakness, and I need you to write down what that strength will be. Research what does that strength look like, and write down the necessary steps as it pertains to you, because everything may not work for you, and you know you. So you do the things that will work, that will move you out of your comfort zone. Let me put that in there, because see, the thing is, we can try to get from our weakness to our strength, but we're still using weaknesses to get there and say that we're moving. Do those things that make you uncomfortable, because being relentless, you're going to have to get uncomfortable. So do you really want to be uncomfortable as it pertains to getting to your strength? You're going to have to go through some pain points, because it becomes realistically uncomfortable and it's painful. Being uncomfortable can be painful. So I need you to get uncomfortable in order to get to your strength. Don't be afraid of what you may face. And again, remember, there will be some opposition that will come. Go back to last week and remember, it's all in your head. And you can speak. We have already been through this. So now what I need you to do is, again, take those necessary steps. So that is your lesson for this week. I'm K Noel, your relentless motivator, and I am out. Also, be sure to join the Relentless Texting community. The number is right here. Text execution to get a free copy of my collaboration book. All right, we're out.